What's going on, everybody? Almost Counts Collectibles here, and in this video we're going to be going through the Power Rangers in Space collection that we picked up with our Power Rangers Turbo collection we have previously made a video on. Now this particular collection cost us $100 as opposed to the $50 we paid for the Turbo tote that we got. Now this collection, supposedly just like the Turbo one, is mainly played with items, incomplete items, so on and so forth, but there should be some items that actually have their original packaging with them as well in here. So we're going to go ahead, get a little bit closer, and dive right into this space collection and see what we get with our Power Rangers in Space tote. Alright, now that we're a little closer, we can actually start going through this stuff. Now, just like with most other collections, we're not going to try to spend a whole lot of time on each item. We'll do separate reviews of those later, but we're just going to go ahead and start going through all this stuff one at a time. So right here on top, I can see figures, some vehicles, some pieces to Megazords. So let's just go ahead and start grabbing some of the stuff on top. Right here we have a kind of rough shape, one of the little rover buggies that came with the actual Rangers, and I see some of those smaller 4.5-inch Rangers inside of a bag right here, maybe more in there. This is missing the top piece. So right here we have a red one. The Ranger's actually already in there, but as you can see, they have a little cage that's supposed to go on top of it. But this is a blue one, no stickers, got some yellowing and stuff on the yellow, so definitely looks like a played with item. But we have one of the rovers, the blue one, so let's go ahead and set that aside. Here we have the red one. This one's in much better shape. I mean, it is a little dinged up. We have sticker wear and stuff right here. The Ranger is actually in there though with the cage, so this one is in much better shape. But we have the red Ranger Buggy. Let's go ahead and set that aside. All right, let's go ahead and look at, oh, okay, I see something right there that I'm pretty excited about. Didn't really notice that before. So we have some of the figures in here. Let's go ahead and open up this bag. So we have the Silver Ranger. There's two different Silver Rangers. They're actually both in here. So one is more of the traditional paint. You know, basically just the kind of matte silver paint. And then we have a chrome Silver Ranger. Now, I still don't remember which one is which. One came with the buggy, and the other one came with the like Astro cycle that transforms. And I'm pretty sure there was even a Silver Ranger that came with the standard Astro Glider, like this red one that's right here. I don't remember which one came with the chrome Silver Ranger. I'll look it up and throw it up on the screen. But we have both of the Silver Rangers right here, so that's pretty cool. Let's set them aside. We've got a red Ranger, kind of yellowed. Another red Ranger. Got some paint scuffing on them there. A couple three Black Rangers it looks like in here. I'm not going to pull them all out. We have one of the Astro Gliders right here, Red Ranger. So these like pull back and go forward. And we have a, this is the non-Light Star Red Ranger right here. Got some loose joints, a lot of paint scuffing and stuff like that going on. Definitely played with. And we're going to go ahead and set that bag aside. So some of the smaller Rangers. Oh, we got a lot more Rangers right here. So we have a Light Star Pink Ranger. Currently not working. Might just need batteries. We have a Pink Ranger non-Light Star. Another Red Ranger non-Light Star right here. Another Red Ranger Light Star. Oh, that one actually lights up. What else we got? We got a Blue Ranger non-Light Star. Another Red Ranger. Somebody liked Red Rangers. So another Light Star Red Ranger does not currently light up. We have a Silver Ranger. This is one of the little, it was one of the different ones. It only came with the male Rangers, but They each basically did kind of a different thing. The Silver Ranger, you squeeze his legs together and he would hold this, like, I think it was a disc shooter in front of him. I've got like 3 of these things. Let's see. Oh, no way. Okay, so I'm gonna set these aside. We have a Silver Ranger Morpher. And this thing is in amazing shape. I don't see a scratch on it. And it works. It's got batteries in it. Awesome. The one I have currently doesn't work. And I never picked up a working one. But man, this thing is in amazing shape. Let's do... All right, so Mega. So on the back, it's got these sequences. And it shows you, like, if you put in those numbers and then the little enter button, it makes different sounds and does different things. So, wow, that's a score right there. I'm super glad to get that. Finally got a working one. So we're going to go ahead and turn that off. All right, let's keep going. That's a pretty exciting find. We got another Blue Ranger, at least I think it was, unless I dropped the one I already picked up. This is a Light Star Blue Ranger right here. We have one of these, like, kind of attack rover things. This is not a Power Rangers in Space item. A couple of in-space collections I've bought usually come with Power Rangers Lost Galaxy stuff. I don't know if people just don't know the difference, or that was just the time period that their kids or they, you know, were into Power Rangers and purchased Power Ranger toys. But this is a Power Ranger Lost Galaxy vehicle right here. And I actually see another one. So this is like the 3rd one of these I have. This is like the one of the battle bikes for Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. The figure would actually, oh, and the missiles on the back shoot off right there with the button, and I just pressed it. So this actually opens up and the Ranger figure goes down inside. What else we got? All right, we have a blaster, an Astro Blaster. So we're missing, it might be in there, I don't know, missing a battery cover. So this is just one of the, and it's obviously had some sun damage. It's really dark and yellowy right here. It's kind of hard to see in the cameras, but we have an Astro Blaster. I don't know if it works. It's actually missing the trigger too. It looks like it's been taken apart. They probably tried to fix it or something and use that for display or something, maybe customize it, who knows. But we have a blaster. I saw this a minute ago. I was really excited about this. So obviously in used shape, but this is a Silver Ranger Super Silverizer. Pretty cool. It's actually electronic. I don't know. So hopefully if we put some batteries in it, it will work. It lights up and makes some noise too, I'm pretty sure of, but not in too bad a shape. It's definitely got yellowing. Some of the screws are even rusted, it kind of looks like, but if the electronics work, this is something I'll definitely take and custom paint and fix back up and touch up all this paint on it, and we'll get that thing looking good again. But this is actually the first one of these that I have. I don't think I've ever had one of these, actually. The Silver Ranger Super Silverizer weapon. Another score there. All right, we have some of the weapons for the individual Rangers to make the Quadro Blaster. Here, this is Pink Rangers. It's actually red. I never understood why they made it red. But here we have the Lance, Carlos's Lance. What else do we have? The Star Slinger. I'm pretty sure Star Slinger, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Yellow Rangers. We have a whole nother one. We got a complete one right here, already put together. So the Blue Ranger's axe. You've got the Star Slinger, Black Ranger's Lance. Saddle Laser, I think, is what the Pink Rangers one was called. But there's one already put together. So we might actually have 2 of these in here. But we actually get the weapon, so that is really neat. Let's set that aside. So we have these right here. I'm going to set these aside as well. And I see something back here. We have a Morpher, a Turbo Morpher. I actually see a couple other Turbo items. I'm glad I bought this. So I bought their Turbo collection off of them, but obviously we have Turbo items in here as well. And this is a Morpher. Now, believe it or not, this right here, if this works and it's in amazing shape, if this works, if the electronics work on this turbo morpher, even if the key is or isn't in here, these two items alone are almost worth $100 just by themselves. So obviously this was a good purchase, at least in my opinion. But we have two more morphers right here, and we have a turbo morpher. And that turbo morpher actually looks like to be in slightly better shape than the one I have on display right now. Let's see, what else are we going to grab? So we have another turbo item. We have the turbo Navigator, which is pretty much, you know, it turns into a blaster, and it's kind of like a little handheld game. It's electronic. Oh, and it actually works. It turned on. So I don't know if you guys can see this in the screen, but basically you move this little crosshair around and have to put it on this little dot before it moves and press the fire button. And there's different things you can do with this, but it also converts into the blaster, if I can remember how to do it. So this folds up, this folds down, this even folds as well. I'm going to do that later so I can be very careful with it. But yeah, we have a turbo Navigator weapon from Power Rangers Turbo that even is currently in working condition, and it looks pretty good as well. So that's another win right there. See what else we have. We have a piece to the Mega Voyager Megazord. So this is the shield piece right here. Looks to be in fairly decent shape overall. Handle's still on there. So a piece to that. Hopefully the rest of it is in here as well. All right, so I actually see a box right here. I can't tell if that's a Megazord box or not. That would be really cool if it was. I'm trying not to get too far ahead of myself though, so let's go ahead and grab some other items. So, speaking of the Mega Voyager, this looks like a lot of pieces. And unfortunately, it looks like some broken pieces in there, but we have Red Ranger's Zord, Blue Ranger's Rocket Zord, a couple pieces floating around. We have weapons to the Astro Megaship Megazord, which is a good sign. We even have some little vehicles in there to like the play sets. I'm not going to pull all this stuff out. Oh, and unfortunately, we got a crack right here. Some of this stuff might be fixable. Some simple, you know, super glue might get this back in at least decent looking condition. So we'll have to, I'll examine these parts more closely at a later time. But we got a lot of parts to the Mega Voyager and some weapons to the Astro Megaship Megazord right here. Let's set that aside. Here is one of the little play sets. So this is the Astro Megaship play set. I'm pretty sure that's what a couple of those little vehicles in there went to. Got some broken, the little fins on the back are broken. They actually might have been in that bag. I don't remember. It kind of looked like it was in there. We'll go back and check that out later. But basically just a little play set that opened up and you could use the vehicles and stuff with it. It does not transform into the Astro Mega Ship. It has little wheels on the bottom to roll it around. But that is one of the play sets right there. Set that aside. Oh, we got an old putty. Definitely not a Power Rangers in Space item, but one of the original 8-inch villains, one of the putties right there. We have an 8-inch talking yellow Zeo Ranger, not an in-space item. But overall, doesn't really look broken or anything, especially if the electronics work. That's a win. So basically these, you know, you pull down on the lever, their arm does something, but they also have a little voice box inside of them. The knee joints are a tiny bit loose, but everything looks intact. So we got an 8-inch Zeo Ranger out of it. What else do we have? We have a Pink Ranger Astro Glider. All right, so believe it or not, the Pink Ranger's Astro Glider is one of the hardest items to find when it comes to the original, you know, 4.5, 4.7-inch Rangers with their individual smaller Astro Gliders. When I was trying to pick up mine to complete my set, it took me forever to find a Pink Ranger one. And when I finally did, it was pretty expensive. These, I just never saw the Pink Rangers quite as often as I saw the other 4. Or the other 5, because Silver Ranger has one as well. Here's one right here. Here's Blue Rangers. So we have some of those in here. We have another Blue Ranger. We've got a Red Ranger, which we already have, I think, 1 or 2 of these already in this collection. So we might have the whole set of these, but Pink Rangers is, I mean, this is just my personal opinion from my experience, but hers was always the hardest to come by, especially in good shape. And if you do find it, I've seen people ask upwards of $100 for this and the Pink Ranger. So I don't know why pink, but yeah, hers was always the most difficult to come by. And we have another Red Ranger, Astro Glider. There's a ton of those in here. Right here, what I was talking about earlier. And, oh, okay, so this box is actually another one of the buggies. It's Black Rangers. I don't know if it's actually in there, but that's what this box is. Getting ahead of myself. But here is one of the Astro Gliders that transform into the Astro Cycles. And if I even remember how to do this, I have the whole set of these, but all right, so you fold the wheels up. Once you fold the wheels up, the body of the cycle will collapse together. I'm pretty sure these come down to form the kickstands. And yeah, and then the Ranger just goes on the cycle right there, and then it can transform back obviously into the Astro Glider, but there's a whole set of these as well. Now the Rangers never actually had these in the show. I'm pretty sure only Silver Ranger actually had a cycle and a buggy in the show, but they made buggies for all of the male Rangers, and then they made cycles for all of the Rangers that transform. So that is Black Rangers. Here is, so this is one of the Blue Rangers that actually, so you squeeze his leg and they came with weapons and stuff. They have a little battle action, but they only did the male characters in these particular ones. Here's another Megazord to our Mega Voyager Megazord. So this is Yellow Rangers. This is the Mega V4. Looks like it's in pretty decent shape. So hopefully we can get that Megazord together and fixed if all the pieces are actually here. What do we have? Okay, so here we have a Magna Defender. Once again, not an in-space item. This is a Lost Galaxy item. This is one of the little voice ones. And it actually still works. Defend the Galaxy. All right, so we have him. We got another Red Ranger, another Light Star Red Ranger. A lot of Red Rangers in here. That Light Star one actually works. What else do we have? We have the wings to the Mega Winger. So hopefully that's buried in here somewhere. But yeah, we have the wings to that. All right, so this is another, I wouldn't say it's hard to come by. I do see them quite often, but they're pretty expensive. A lot of in-space Megazords and items can be fairly expensive when you come across them, just because it was one of the more popular seasons of Power Rangers. But this is the Delta Mega Ship right here, the Delta Megazord, and it actually combined with the Astro Mega Ship, and in my personal opinion, Power Rangers in Space had some of the coolest Megazords, and that's another reason why they're, you know, usually a little bit more expensive, even when they're not complete or a little beat up. This one actually looks pretty good. I don't see the boosters in there that usually are some of the hardest things to come by, but it does have the helmet. The little lasers or guns or whatever you want to call them are still there and in fairly good shape. So, you know, just really cool Megazords. I thought each individual Megazord was really cool. I loved the way they combined, the overall look of them. Just a very good season, and a very good season for Megazords, because there were some really good Megazords, and that is one of them right there. So we've already got a couple Megazords. Here is another Megazord. This is the feet part. This is Mega V5, Pink Ranger's Mega Voyager Megazord. It's got some yellowing and discoloration and stuff on it, but it doesn't really look broken. So that's a win. It's not broken. We got another Red Ranger Buggy. Right, I didn't set this back down in there. Nope, the other one's over here. So we do have another Red Ranger Buggy with Red Ranger in there. More weapons. Another top to an Astro Blaster. Here is Silver Ranger's Astro Glider, and this is a metallic color. I'm pretty sure the metallic Silver Ranger came with this, the individual smaller glider. I'm just going out on a hunch right there, but I'm pretty sure that's what it came with. Okay, we have an original blaster right here from Mighty Morphin. Overall, looks to be in pretty decent shape. Definitely not a Power Rangers in Space item, but a nice little bonus. The blade looks halfway decent in there. So another weapon. Here we have Yellow Ranger's Astro Glider. So I think we have the whole set of these now. Here is one of the 5-inch Megazords, and this is a Lost Galaxy. This is the Toro Zord, not an in-space item. We have a piece to the Delta Megazord, which is an extra piece because this one has both of the arm pieces, which is what this is. So extra pieces. Be really cool if we got 2 of these, but even the pieces to some of these Megazords are worth money. So we got an arm piece, either another piece, or it wasn't in the bag, another piece to the Mega Voyager Blue Ranger's Rocket Ship Zord, another Red Ranger Glider. We have a blue In-Space Ranger, Battleized Ranger. So for all the males, they also did a Battleized Ranger that had all this armor that goes on them. I've got most of them over there on the shelf, but I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, only Red Ranger actually Battleized in the show. And it was really cool. Got more, you know, beefy looking and had like a jetpack on his back and all that cool stuff. But that's Blue Ranger. We have an 8-inch Phantom Ranger. Now, technically, you can call this an in-space item because Phantom Ranger was in Power Rangers in Space, but this came out with the Turbo line. His little action's not working, but we do have a 8-inch Phantom Ranger. All right, we got a Black Ranger Light Star, currently not working. More pieces to a Delta Megazord. Both the arms. We've got a Black Ranger Astro Glider, Red Ranger. We got another Astro Blaster here. Oh, it actually works. Heck yeah. So another weapon that's actually functioning. And right here, oh, and I see something really cool down in there, but right here we have a Astro Megaship Megazord. And look, we got a few broken pieces. Broken piece right there. Overall not too bad, at least very good for donor parts, but the overall condition of this isn't totally destroyed or mangled. I see a couple broken pieces. This is broken on the fin. One of the arm latches is broken on the inside, but we do have the other Megazord. Let's set that aside. And we have another Red Ranger Buggy. What is that, 3 or 4 of these now? Somebody obviously loved the Red Ranger, or they had, you know, like 2 or 3 kids and they all wanted the same toys and couldn't share. So right here though, we have an item in the box, at least hopefully it's in there. We have the box, and this box is in really good condition. We have the box for the Black Ranger's Deluxe Black Galactic Rover. So these came with the buggy and the glider. Glide through space or roar into action. Let's actually open this up. The box is open, so let's see if it's even in here. All right, we actually have instructions. Okay, so that's pretty cool. That's a good sign. And it's kind of heavy. And there it is. We have the glider, the buggy, and the Ranger. I even see the blaster in his holster in there, but the items are actually in there. So that's really cool. Go ahead and slide that back in the box and set it aside. Now, I don't know if you guys can see it. We'll get to it in just a second, but there's another cool item in the box in here. So here we have a Gold Ranger his weapon, his staff from Zeo. Looks to be in really good shape, actually. It is missing the battery cover, and I don't know if it's working, but overall, that thing looks pretty good. So we got another weapon out of this, which is really exciting. All right, we have more Delta Megazord pieces. So some more pieces to the Delta Megazord. This one looks broken. It's got a broken clip, I can see already. But some spare parts. Hopefully the one on there is in good shape. What is this? All right, we got a handheld game. So this is the Power Rangers in Space handheld game. I actually collect these. Of course, I collect just about everything Power Rangers, but I don't have this one. I have a lot of others, duplicates of others, but I'm pretty sure I do not have a Power Rangers in Space handheld Tiger game. So if this works, that'll be an even bigger bonus, but even if it doesn't, I can put it on the display with my other ones. Battery terminal looks pretty good. There's a little bit of corrosion in there, but at least the batteries aren't in there completely exploded. So another huge win, at least for me right there, because I actually need one of these for the collection. Looks like it could use a little bit of touch-up paint and some cleaning, but hopefully it works. Okay, we have another Power Rangers Turbo item. So we have the Auto Blaster and Turbo Blade. It is missing the, I'm pretty sure the holster goes there, but the two weapons are in there. Here's the back of the box. So that's really cool. It came with the box. We'll open this up later. I can clearly see what's in there, and I'm pretty sure that I guess the holster could be hiding underneath this on the back, possibly somewhere, but I don't see the holster. But we have the actual, the sword and the blaster. So that's really cool, especially if that blaster works and everything's in decent shape in there. Let's set that aside. Okay, all right, so we actually have the helmet. Now this alone can sell for 30, 40 bucks, even 50 bucks, I guess, if somebody really wants it. But this is just the individual little shuttle and the helmet to the Astro Megazord. So it actually came with the helmet, so that's really good. Got some other cool stuff down in here. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this out. We have the Power Rangers in Space blaster kit. So this one comes with the holster, it comes with the buckle. I'm pretty sure that is just a like collectible emblem. I don't know if that goes on the belt or not. Then we have the blaster and the top part that disconnects that goes on the blaster as well, still in the plastic cutout. So that is really cool. Another Power Rangers in Space weapon set. Let's see what else we have in here. We've got a game. Oh, so this is like the game Trouble. I don't know if you guys remember that old game where you pop the thing and you have to like make your way around the board, but this is the Space Pursuit pop action dice game from Power Rangers in Space. I gotta open this up real quick just to see what's... All right, so we actually have the individual pieces in there. That looks like the original bag too. It doesn't look like it's ever been opened. And there is the board. This will be an awesome review for another video. Oh, we got a broken piece right here. That's kind of disappointing. We can probably glue that back on though. I think it goes right there. But we got a dice game. Another really, really cool find. All right, we're getting down to the little bit we got left. We actually have the top rocket piece for the Mega V3 Blue Rangers. Let's see if the spring action still works. All right, got a little bit of spring action there. Overall, not bad. A little bit of yellowing and stuff like that. But hopefully, we have the complete Zord now. We have the Silver Rangers Astro Cycle that transforms into the Astro Glider. All right, so there we have the Silver Rangers, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, we got the regular Silver Ranger that goes with it as well. So it doesn't look like we're gonna get the whole set of those, but we got a couple of them. Got some more pieces right here, another piece to the Delta Megazord. This is a foot piece to that battleized Blue Ranger. I know what that is just by seeing it. See what else we have in here, okay? We have a Lost Galaxy Green Ranger. one of the armored Rangers, I think. It's got holes to put the armor and stuff on it. All right, we have the silver battleized Ranger. I don't see any armor in there for him though, but this was the core Ranger without his armor. We have the 8-inch Astro Armored Black Ranger, which is really cool because I only have a couple of the 8-inch in Space Rangers. This is actually the last set of Rangers I need in the 8-inch line. And I just never got around to picking up all of the Power Rangers in Space ones. And he actually has his armor, his blaster, and his weapon. It's a little bent, but we could probably get that straightened out a little bit. But we have the Black Ranger in pretty good shape, actually. So that's a bonus to my collection. I actually needed that. Another foot piece to that battleized Blue Ranger. And we're down to the last two items. So we have the small in-space Blue Ranger and Yellow Ranger. And Yellow Ranger actually has her skirt. Now, the #1 missing piece on all of the female smaller, you know, the 4.5, 4.75 inch Rangers are their individual little skirts, whether it's Turbo, Zeo, whatever the case may be. These are almost always missing. So when you find one of these that still has the little skirt on it, that's a victory because that is extremely hard to find. I'm actually going to try to find the best material to make the skirts for the original Rangers. I'll do a video on that in case yours is missing them, you know, so you can make a skirt that looks just like the old one. This is basically made out of like a thin little tiny plastic, kind of feels rubbery, but a very thin piece of material they just wrap around and kind of glue here at the back. But yeah, she actually has her skirt, and that is extremely rare to find that. And that is going to be it for this Power Rangers in Space collection. So let me go ahead and try to get everything back into the shot real quick that we just got in this collection. I'll try to get everything in there the best I can, and we will be right back. All right, everybody, I got everything in the shot the best I could. This is everything we just pulled out of that tote, and we got some really good stuff in there. Now, in my opinion, the two best things that we pulled out of there was that immaculate condition Silver Ranger Morpher and that really good condition Turbo Morpher. But we got a lot of other good stuff too, even stuff still in the packaging, although everything for the most part is in used condition. We got a lot of really cool, exciting stuff. $100 well spent, at least in my opinion, once again. And that has been the Power Rangers in Space collection. Now, I'll throw up a couple of more close-up shots of the final little lot spread out here as we talk. But the last thing that I'm going to go over is I am going to finally reveal what we paid for that very large Power Ranger collection that we did the two-part opening on several months ago. Now, that is one of the #1 questions we get on our channel is what did we actually pay for that collection? And while it was never intended to be a big secret or anything like that, I just never actually revealed it in the video because I didn't really think anybody was going to believe me anyway, but everybody is very curious to know. The price that we paid for that Power Rangers collection after everything was said and done was about $450. Now, to some people, that might seem like an incredibly low price for everything we got. And in the end, of course, we thought it was well worth it. Others might not, but I thought that was a very good price. Well, that has been the Power Rangers in Space collection, everybody. Once again, a very, very cool little collection that we picked up. Always keep your eye on local listings. And of course your online listings and all that good stuff, because there are a lot of really cool deals out there, especially locally, depending on where you live, of course. But we're going to go ahead and wrap this video up, and until next time, everybody, we will see you next video.